I'm Monique Ledesma with Apple Valley News Now. Coming up, the Washington State Governor Bob Ferguson was in Tri-Cities today. Details on that coming up.
So we just talked to Oregon State Patrol, and at 2:08, the phone pinged at the rest area. There's a phone in the vehicle.
Also ahead here at 5.
Dash cam video now released from the Amber Alert chase that ended in Grant County.
Plus,
we've gotten several lawsuits that have come in.
The City Hall in Sunnyside is closing for the day tomorrow. We'll tell you why.
And Stacy is tracking some changes with our weather.
From sunny to partly cloudy, Yakima Valley into the Columbia Basin, and big changes coming to your weather this weekend. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman. It is May the 15th.
First at 5 o'clock, Washington State Governor Bob Ferguson making a local appearance in the Tri-Cities today. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says Ferguson took action on over 10 different bills.
Governor Ferguson usually signs bills into law at the state capitol in Olympia. But this time, he's hitting the road and making a stop in Kennewick, signing the bills into law with the people who helped create them.
This was a chance to highlight the hardworking legislators in this part of the state who have brought these bills forward that help students, that help farmers, that help public safety.
One of the 11 laws Ferguson signed will help local first responders.
When a thief steals from a first responder, they are keeping them from doing their life-saving work in an emergency. Senate Bill 5323 increases penalties for theft of essential equipment of firefighters and emergency medical service providers. It does this by expanding the definition of first-degree possession of stolen property and first-degree theft. This bill passed unanimously out of the state legislature for obvious reasons, right?
Another law, helping more high school students have access to college-bound scholarships.
It's important because under the old law, if you got your GED instead of getting a traditional high school course, you were not eligible for these scholarships. Well, that doesn't make any sense. There's different pathways to getting your high school degree. So why are we excluding those who get a GED as opposed to a typical diploma like I got? So I just so appreciate the legislators who worked in a bipartisan way to say, hey, that doesn't make sense. Let's eliminate that restriction and open up to more students who choose a different path to get their high school degree.
Governor Ferguson says that most of the laws that he signed into effect today are set to be implemented on July 1st. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you so much, Monique. On Tuesday, former Washington State Representative Phyllis Gutierrez Kenny died at the age of 89. In 1997, she was appointed to the House of Representatives, serving the 46th Legislative District. She retired in 2012 after 8 consecutive terms in the House. On April 10th, the Washington State Senate passed Resolution 8646, recognizing Kenny. She was instrumental in helping unserved communities and striving for education equality.
New tonight, the city of Sunnyside announcing late today that City Hall will be closed for the day tomorrow. But the reason may surprise you. We spoke with City Manager Mike Gonzalez earlier today, who says it is due to the high volume of public records requests. He says dozens have come in as of late, but he is committed to transparency and accountability. One city council member put in over 60 requests. The other issue, he says, a number of lawsuits that have come in as of late. Gonzalez telling us he understands this is a burden, but with short staffing, there is no other option.
We appreciate everybody's patience. We realize that it's a burden to the taxpayers to close, but we've got to catch up on these important functions. And I think the only thing I'll close with is for small cities like ourselves, these records requests are becoming so burdensome across the state. We simply don't have the staff to pay for it, and it's really become sort of this cottage industry.
Gonzalez says there could be other Fridays in the future that City Hall will be forced to shut down, and we will keep everyone updated on that.
All right. In the meantime, want to get you updated on the weather because big changes are on the way.
Yeah, let's get right to First Alert. Stacy Lee.
That's right, guys. And we're already seeing a few changes. It was a sunny, beautiful day. I had my little road trip to northeastern Oregon, and now the clouds are rolling in and the winds are going to start picking up a little bit later. Right now, 69 degrees. Winds are light at 10, but picking up a little bit later this evening. Not a bad forecast, though, going forward. Tomorrow's our little break between systems. Temperatures already starting to drop into the 60s now, well below our average for this time of year. Winds have been gusty, though, in Ellensburg today. It was a little breezy earlier today. Now you'll start seeing those winds picking up as they head from the west to the east this evening. Planning your evening out, you can see those cloudy skies coming in and a slight chance of some stray showers in the Hermiston area and possibly closer to the Blue Mountains. So look for those increasing winds. We have a break between systems tomorrow, then get ready. Saturday is going to be very active. Breezy winds, thunderstorms possible all through our region, and strong gusty winds return on Sunday. First alert weather day in the Kittitas Valley. Lots to talk about. It's all coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Stacy, thank you so much. We're following up on the hit and run crash on Highway 240 in Kennewick that happened a little more than a week ago. Washington State Patrol now says they have identified both the vehicle and driver who hit motorcyclist Adam Garrison. The red SUV, we're told, took off from the scene. The rider is still recovering in the hospital. No charges have been filed in the case just yet. We are also told speed was a factor. Many people online we've seen blaming Garrison for reckless riding. WSP says that is under investigation.
Well, people are going to say whatever they want online. You have a right to voice your opinion. For our detectives, that would be a perfect question for them. Again, this is all under investigation. Whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, somebody in a motor vehicle, we need everybody's full attention.
Troopers are still asking the public for dash cam video to send to them. This is still considered a felony hit and run crash. Stay with Apple Valley News Now for updates on this. As for Garrison, his family has set up a GoFundMe for his recovery. That link can be found on our website. Tonight, 2 children at the heart of an Amber Alert in Oregon are safe and in protective custody. Now, new video and details about how officials found them in Washington. Wow. So as you saw there, troopers used a pit maneuver to stop the suspected vehicle. This happened Tuesday after officials spotted the stolen vehicle on I-90 just east of George. When they tried to stop it, they say it took off, leading troopers on a pursuit down the highway. After that pit maneuver, they took 29-year-old Aiden Osman Abdi and 26-year-old Treviana Shoulders into custody. Both now face charges.
Well, check this out. A potato crash was caught on camera today in Prosser. Earlier today, deputies were on the scene for this semi-truck rollover accident in the area of North Griffin Road and West Snipes Road. Deputies say the truck was an area farm truck which hit the soft shoulder and lost traction. Thankfully, there were no injuries. We are continuing to follow the ongoing power struggle between the Franklin County Board of Commissioners and Sheriff Jim Raymond over control of the county jail. Sheriff Raymond was scheduled to appear in court today for a hearing, but when Apple Valley News Now showed up, we learned that hearing has now been pushed back to May 22nd. Officials now tell Apple Valley News Now the delay is due to attorneys on both sides needing more time to prepare. We'll keep tracking the developments and bring you the latest as this story unfolds. We have an update on a house fire that occurred Wednesday morning. Yakima County Fire District 5 said it was just before 4 o'clock when firefighters responded to reports of a blaze in the 560 block of Hornby Road in the Sunnyside area. According to crews, the fire started on the outside of the house and the caller was trying to put it out with a garden hose. When firefighters arrived, they say initial manpower was limited and efforts to extinguish the interior was delayed. The fire had spread to the attic and more crews arrived. Officials say the house was damaged by smoke and water with extensive damages to the roof, an estimate of $75,000. The fire was controlled by 6 a.m.
Yakima Training Center says they are suspending recreational activities. This does not include the juvenile fishing pond and the archery range, but it does include hunting. YTC says the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife has been notified. This comes with increasing military units training between June and December and fewer security officers and police on staff. Tonight, we're learning a court hearing is now set for a local food truck owner detained by ICE. Gabby Cerdillo, co-owner of Hibachi Explosion, says her husband's court date is May 19th, her birthday. Sergio Cerdillo Gomez was taken into ICE custody in Yakima on April 24th. He is currently in Tacoma. She says of the court hearing, she doesn't expect him to be released, but is hopeful to request a bond hearing and reopen a case with him.
Hopefully it's approved and they will reset the hearing date. And if not, if they deny everything, then he will be self-deporting.
Cerdillo says their petition through marriage was denied, and when asked how her husband is doing, she responded, "He's ready to come home." She says her son is having a hard time coping, but he will get the opportunity to see him this weekend, the first time since April 23rd. Cerdillo is hoping this hearing will lead to some answers instead of waiting in limbo. The president has vowed to carry out the largest deportation program in American history.
They have seen an increase in literacy. They've seen an increase in their children's desire to sit down and read.
Still ahead on the news at 5.
More cuts coming to United Way, and this has to do with the Dolly Parton Library.
And we will take a look at your first alert weather forecast. Here's a live picture outside from our Skycam network in Kennewick. We're on your side and we're back right after this.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville Hot Sweet Heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $5.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Got a birthday coming up? Celebrating a big win? Or just want to gather the crew for a pizza and a good time? For decades, Hubby's Pizza has been the go-to spot for family, friends, and fun. Reserve your table and bring the whole gang. Kids, family, teammates, whoever loves great pizza and good vibes. Dig into your favorite pizza, hit up the fresh salad bar, and let the kids have a blast in the arcade. And if the party's at your place, no problem. Hubby's now delivers through Grubhub and DoorDash. A community tradition, a place to celebrate. Acquire the Hubby's habit today.
The Good Feet store just really helped me out. I mean, they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. Then it was like, okay, this is something special.
See for yourself with the free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get 3.9% financing on all 2025 Silverado 2500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. See your community Chevy dealers.
A drunk driver just blew a stop sign and we collided. My vehicle was totaled. What about the vehicle? How am I going to get to work? How am I going to continue taking care of my family? I contacted Tamaki Law and I told them about what had happened. Tamaki made it very simple, very easy. It was a stress relief for me. If you happen to be in an accident, call Tamaki Law.
I'm not going to do anything flashy to announce my munchies under $4. The items you crave, like tiny tacos or French toast sticks for less than $4. But I will do something explosive. At Jack, every bite's a big deal. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Jay Dalia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good morning, Northwest from Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to the news at 5. The judge presiding over the University of Idaho murder case wants attorneys and investigators on both sides to turn over information that may lead him to discover who leaked information that aired in an NBC Dateline special last week. Judge Stephen Hippler issued 2 orders Thursday relating to the non-dissemination order that has been in place since Bryan Kohberger's arrest. Kohberger is accused of killing 4 University of Idaho those students. His trial is scheduled to begin in August. On Friday, NBC's Dateline focused an hour on the case, reporting information that had not been shared publicly. We have more about this story right now at applevalleynewsnow.com. Other news tonight, a beloved literacy program could soon vanish from mailboxes across Washington. Dolly Parton's Imagination Library has helped thousands of children across the state develop a love of reading. The state legislature decided not to include funding for the program in the upcoming 2025 through 2027 budget. That means local affiliates like the United Way of Benton and Franklin counties now have to shoulder the full cost. And for families across Benton and Franklin counties, Dolly Parton's Imagination Library has meant more than just story time.
The families that we've heard from love the program. They are so grateful to be able to receive these books. They have seen an increase in literacy. They've seen an increase in their children's desire to sit down and read, which is fantastic.
Over 6,900 local children are enrolled as of now. The books arrive monthly, free to families, but that future is uncertain unless new funding is found. United Way is now urging the public to get involved. They say investing in early literacy now pays off later in school and in life.
Well, this is really cool. A Pasco entrepreneur has advanced to the quarterfinals in the National Favorite Chef competition. Maria Aguirre has the opportunity to win $25,000 and be featured in Taste of Home magazine. The online competition highlights chefs of all industries, including small business owners. Aguirre plans to open Casa de Maria next month at the Pasco Specialty Kitchen. She says there are not a lot of affordable morning dining options. If she wins, she plans to put part of it toward her restaurant and donate some toward domestic violence services. People can vote daily at no cost or through donation-based votes where the donations benefit the James Beard Foundation. Aguirre shared what a vote means for her.
Being able to provide something that I feel is needed, while also the rest of the community benefiting from it, you know, not, like I said, not just with the tasty food, but hopefully me being able to give back in monetary ways or voluntary ways.
I love that. The competition should wrap up in about 3 weeks. And as for the restaurant, Aguirre says there is no opening date set just yet, but anticipates it will be sometime in the middle of June. The link to vote for Aguirre can be found at applevalleynewsnow.com. The city of Richland is asking residents to use caution on the trail along the Columbia River. On Monday and Tuesday of next week, city contractors will be collecting soil samples out there for stabilization testing. This will happen between the Bradley Boulevard Trailhead parking lot and Riverfront Hotel in Richland. The city says the trail will stay open during this time.
Staying in Richland, tomorrow the city is hosting the grand reopening of the newly reimagined playground at Howard Amon Park. Now you're looking at old video of the old park. The new features include a cruise boat themed play structure inspired by the iconic paddle wheel cruise ships that docked nearby during the summer months. The expanded playground offers improved accessibility and increased capacity. Tomorrow's celebration starts at 11 a.m. Families are invited to enjoy free snow cones and take part in a number of fun activities.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And good news, the weather will hold out for that park opening tomorrow. By Mart Skycam tonight, we see those clouds kind of rolling in. We have a system starting to brew and move through our area. It's shortwave, it's small, not huge impacts, but we will see winds start to pick up. Now, winds are finally light for this time of night in the Yakima Valley, 67 degrees, 8-mile-an-hour winds, sunset at 8:23. Satellite and radar, here's the system we're talking about, just starting to move across the Cascade Mountains with some stray showers that could potentially make it into our area late this evening and into early tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at our futurecast. We're starting to see a few showers roll in around 8 p.m. through the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. As it moves further to the east, kind of breaks apart as it gets towards Tri-Cities and Hermiston. However, we could see a few of those showers linger into the early morning hours from Pendleton to Walla Walla and the Connell area. As we move through the day, things are going to be a little overcast and cloudy, but pretty mild on Friday. But check it out. This is the beginning of a pretty good system coming through the area on Saturday. Now, Futurecast only goes out to Saturday morning, but we're going to be tracking some thunderstorms activity all through the region. So far, we see a pretty good impact moving across the Blue Mountains, but everybody could see some thunderstorms on Saturday. Friday, a light chance of rain there in Yakima. Saturday, improving. Monday, a slight chance of rain. Ellensburg now seeing a 60% chance of rain or possible thunderstorms on Saturday. Tri-Cities, the same, 20% Friday. Again, that's the little system coming through late tonight into tomorrow. After the morning hours, though, it should calm down. Walla Walla's got a pretty big chance of seeing rain tomorrow and Saturday, and this is where we'll see that thunderstorm activity. Rain chances decrease. Let's talk about our winds. Now, we had a fairly windy start this morning. Things died down, but things are going to start picking up. We're talking winds again coming in from the north and the east down the Kittitas Valley into the Yakima Valley and Columbia Basin, foothills of the Blues, seeing some breezy winds. The good news is the winds die down tomorrow. This is our little calm in between systems, but then get ready on Sunday. Check this out. We're going to have a first alert weather day once again in the Kittitas Valley for those strong gusty winds, 60 to 65 miles an hour, and windy to gusty through the entire region on Sunday. So to be prepared for that this weekend. As for tonight, temperatures on the mild side. We're in the 40s. Not a bad evening out there, maybe even feeling a little bit muggy. Now, if you're heading out on the road, west side, any games, any visits, it's going to be probably pretty wet and some thunderstorms possible in Seattle. Taking a look at Portland, wet weather there as well for Saturday and Sunday. A little overcast on your Friday. And if you're heading to the Spokane area at all this weekend, once again, the potential for thunderstorms happens on Saturday. Here's that 7-day planner. Here's the thunderstorm activity we're talking about on Saturday. Right now, it could be a little bit in the morning, later in the afternoon. Look for that windy Sunday. Taking a look at Yakima, again, a wet, breezy weekend, so a little active weather for you. Ellensburg, that's where we could see some pretty good thunderstorms and strong gusty winds, again 60 to 65 miles an hour. Walla Walla also looking breezy to gusty on both Saturday and Sunday with potential thunderstorm activity. And taking a look at Hermiston, also pretty good chance of seeing a thunderstorm. So active weather, we're at a moderate to low risk, but it's going to be pretty unsettled on Saturday. We'll have a really better chance of seeing the timing of that tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that.
All right, we'll stay posted.
Thanks, Stacy. We'll be right back with the Spotlight.
The awesome Hiawatha Trail. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday night at 6.
Lights, music, magic. At Giza Powerhouse Theater in Walla Walla, the stage comes alive with electrifying concerts, Broadway-style productions, side-splitting comedy, and unforgettable performances. This isn't just a theater, it's a destination for world-class entertainment in Eastern Washington. From the moment the curtain rises, you'll be swept into the extraordinary. Don't miss your chance to experience it all. Get your tickets now online. Giza Powerhouse Theater, where every show is a showstopper.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
I'm Eduardo Morfin. Morfin Law Firm thanks you for 5 years of support. Remember, when choosing an attorney, select a local attorney that supports your local community.
Friday, May 16th, Polish Homes invites you out to Giza Stadium for school night with the Dust Devils. It's also a family feast featuring hot dogs, soft drinks, and more for $2.50 each. The following night, Saturday, May 17th, will light up the sky above the Tri with a magnificent post-game fireworks show. For tickets, head to the official site, DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
We have a very special bond, I think, as a family.
Spectrum is the connecting thread to everything we do.
It provides us with reliability, lightning speeds, and allows us to do what we need to do in our lives.
From school to homework to entertainment, Spectrum's the perfect match for me and my family.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Welcome back, everybody. Time for the Spotlight at 5. Court is in session. Teens from the Benton Franklin County Boys and Girls Club of Kennewick, Pasco, and Prosser participated in this mock trial at the Benton County Justice Center last week, with members acting as attorneys, jurors, witnesses, and judges. Judge Jennifer Azuri was on hand to also answer questions. If you have an idea for the Spotlight, send me an email. Your Reason to Smile with Stacy is next.
Josh Cobra, First Alert weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down.
We were starting a business from the ground up.
People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is bringing you an electrifying night with the iconic Grammy-nominated rock band Queensryche on Sunday, May 25th. Feel the energy and experience chart-topping hits like Jet City Woman and Silent Lucidity. Now's your chance to witness the unmistakable sound of one of rock's most celebrated bands, who've sold over 30 million albums worldwide. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app. Plus, every ticket is good for $5 free play. Queensryche at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, it's Friday, so we'll let you know what local events you can check out this weekend.
And it's going to be very windy for this weekend. Another First Alert weather day. I'll tell you who's going to be impacted coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 5 tomorrow morning.
Next ET, our Kevin Costner exclusive. Plus, we break news on set of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Then it's off to celebrate Disneyland's 70th anniversary with Boyz II Men.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And welcome back. Your reason to smile. Everyone likes little duckies floating along there in the river. Our friend Alan River got this, or Rither, excuse me, got this out. River grabbed this photo out with his walk one morning. Thanks, Alan, for sharing. QR code, top of your screen. That is how you get your photo on TV, or you can go to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Click on that weather tab. It's brought to you by Lifetime Dental Care. Real quick look at your morning tomorrow. Temperature's okay. You might see a lingering little stray sprinkle early in Walla Walla, but clearing in the afternoon. We're going to call it the calm in-between systems tomorrow, so enjoy the weather tomorrow before we get to Saturday.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Stacy. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us.
World News is next, and then we're back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
Have a good evening.